Привет, друзья! И сейчас видео с одним из лучших, one of the best teachers I've ever met in the schools and in Australia, and also he's a friend of mine. And I think he's a friend of mine in the first, for me as a personality, and hope for you too. And David, I want to ask you a question. What does it make an agent, Alexandra Petrova, different from others? Your opinion?
First of all, I'm not sure that I'm the best teacher he's ever met, okay?
I said one of the best.
One of the best. Well,
This is acceptable.
That's very nice, thank you very much. Well, I've known Alex for I think about 15 years.
Sort of, yeah. Even
Around
maybe
about
more
15 years before he became an education agent. Alex has always impressed me as being a very sincere person, and really, if he says he's going to do something, he does it, huh? So I think that's a very, very big plus. I like that in a person, sincerity of purpose. Alex looks after his students. He really looks after his students. That's what impresses me the most about Alex. He has many social gatherings, and I get invited to some of them, annual gatherings, and people are very, very happy to see him, you know? They're very, very happy to see him, and I think that's because he looks after them. So I think, from what I can see, Alex is not just interested in your money. I think he will really look after you when you arrive in Australia. He's always in these colleges that I'm teaching in. He's always talking to students. In fact, just as we were coming in, one student was saying, Alex, I want to talk to you, you know. So I think this open communication, and you know, he welcomes that open communication, and I think that's why his group are a happy group and successful too, huh? I think, are they successful?
I hope so.
They're hard working, huh?
Yeah, some people, they don't think like that, this way. They think quite opposite, and that they told me that I'm sort of worm and the parasite feeding on the students.
Really?
Yeah. But basically I think it's about competition.
Oh, competition?
Yeah, my competitors.
But your students don't say that
no,
about you.
No, my students, they didn't.
Well, then why even mention that?
Because I don't take prisoners in my business.
Oh, I see.
You...
No. Let me interject. So maybe you get some students from Russia who are talking to you and talking to other agents in Australia. Is that the case?
I think that this is the case.
And so other
competition. You know, some immigration agents.
Hang on. So then other immigration agents saying, "Don't go with Alex because blah 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 blah." Okay, well, I think rubbish.
Yeah, because
I think honestly, once. If somebody comes up to me and tells me that somebody else is bad and no good and rah, I usually think what is wrong with that person? Because if you start talking negative about other people, it's not going to be good for you, is it? Better be positive, you know. And in business,
what about retaliation?
And in business, I know people are pretty cutthroat, but you have to have principles and ethics. And you have to stick with that and ignore the negative things, you know. Because your students, the people you bring to Australia, are they happy with you?
I hope so.
Do they say they're happy with you?
On the video?
Well, there you go. You know, I mean, I see fairly happy people around you, so I would conclude that you look after, and I know you do. You're always talking to students. They always want to talk to you.
Actually, it's part of my life.
Yeah,
or maybe the most important part.
I think it is your life, Alex. You know, it is your life. You love people, you love helping people, and you want people to be happy, and you want them to achieve their goals. You know, and I think that's what I notice about you, and that's what I like about you. So, as far as revenge is not a good thing, and neither is talking negatively about other people. That's not a good thing. That those two things will not bring you happiness, or anybody happiness. So the best thing to do is ignore all of that. You stay with your own values, your own, ethics and morality and so on. Professional ethics, and you stay with that, and you just keep going forward.
I don't allow people to slap me, eye for eye.
Yeah.
Just tell me, what
so
would
I'm not a businessman, right?
Yeah, you're very nice person, and this is a very good about you as a teacher, because if you have, that students sometimes they're very unfair, and
that's true.
And they, if you were like me, I expect that you you will get in trouble, because my personality is more explosive. I'm very flammable. As for you, you are 100%. You possess 100% personality of very good English language teacher, and because of that you succeed, not just because of your professional skills, but because of your personality, because of your approach to other people. This is the best, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. And also remember, I worked in New South Wales Education Department for about 25 years, so I was employed by the government education system here.
Our beloved
We
government.
We get so much professional development. Amazing. I didn't realise how much until, we lost the contract to Navitas. Now I realise we had so much professional training. It really puts us head and shoulders, we're very lucky.
Now I'm an agent for Navitas. I'm an agent for Navitas.
Oh.
For Western Sydney Uni, Latrobe, Navitas.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good.
One day it will work for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
I never forget, not only enemies, I never forget and forgive, but I never forget my friends as well. David,
I think
look,
that's a Russian quality, isn't it?
yeah, it's very Russian.
That's what
I
see.
am Russian. I am Russian by blood.
I know.
And ethics, probably.
I've been following the story of Russia over the last, since I met you. I've been learning more and more and more and more.
History lessons.
Yeah. And of course, I don't know everything, but one thing that strikes me at the moment is there's something honest I see in the media, or something I don't know.
Media cannot be
Russian.
honest. It's media. It belongs to the people who dishonest.
I love to
these people.
What I do love to see is the Russian humour, and the way the Russian humour through the media making fun of the media, and I think that's great. And the way you guys are using English, I don't know about Russian Insider, but that for me it's easy to read because it's in English. But the humour that comes through, and the writing, the quality of the writing is very, very amusing sometimes. Very, very clever.
Because very good culture.
I like to read things. Yes.
Very good, lasting, and don't want us to lose this culture.
Yeah.
Because we lose our identity with that.
Yes.
But
That's
David, tell me,
okay.
what would you advise me in front of the people, how to excel myself, develop my professional skills as an education agent, to increase my abilities or skills or whatever. What would you advise me with if it was up to you?
Well, I don't know really. How to answer that question. I think if I put myself in somebody else's shoes, somebody, say for example, somebody who's living in Russia, I'm wondering, I'd like to go to another country, I'd like to learn another language, I'd like to maybe go to Australia, learn English, and maybe do more education. I think always in everybody's mind is the question of who can I trust, and who's going to deal with me honestly and fairly. And when I have difficulty away from my own country, will somebody be there to support me and help me? These I think, for me, if I was thinking of going overseas to do something, I think those are the questions that would be in my mind.
How can I develop the best trust among
Well,
people and me?
Well, I think that's probably one of your strengths from what I can observe, what I've seen, is that you do support people and you do help people.
Trust not by words, but trust gained by the deeds.
Deeds. It's what you do. It's not you talk, it's what you do that is important.
Так вот, дорогие мои друзья, особенно недруги, вы должны понимать, бла-бла-бла-бла не помогает. Вы можете быть розовощекими пупсами, вы можете быть просто обалденно приятными людьми и показать всю эту страну в абсолютно розовом цвете. Но если вы ничего не делаете для своих людей, вы никогда не заслужите человеческого уважения. Пускай вы хоть самые лучшие артистки, пускай вы самые лучшие актеры и лучшие блогеры, пускай у вас миллионы подписчиков, вы ничего из себя не представляете, пока конкретному Джону Смиту или Васе Пупкину вы не сделаете то, что сделает его счастливым на всю жизнь. I want to repeat it. You can talk too much. You can be lovely online. You can have 1, 2, 5 or 20 million followers. But unless you do something concrete for the concrete John Smith, something what this John Smith will remember forever, you are nothing. You're just lovely bullshitter. Unless you spend your time, your brains, your power, your money sometimes, but until that, you're nothing. Correct?
You mean some people just want money? Is that what you're saying? And
some people, they just talk on the video. They talk, but they never help. It's,
I think you go out of your way to help. That's why this girl came running down the corridor. She wants to talk to you, right?
Yes, and now, I will talk to Vera.
I don't speak Russian, but I
will talk to her.
But I understand body language, right?
Yeah.
And I could see when she was looking at you, she's looking at my friend, and I need to ask my friend some questions right now because I need an answer, right? And she knows that you're going to talk to her, so she's not worried.
She's not worried.
I'll talk to you later.
Здесь за стенкой находится Вера. Этой Вере надо сейчас, немедленно помогать с ее проблемами в учебе. И никакое Г, это первая, так сказать, первая буква алфавита, фамилия, не поможет Вере, потому что надо здесь находиться, и надо иметь влияние среди этих людей. Надо желать свою помощь дать человеку, уметь это сделать. И вот в этом и есть сермяжная правда жизни, вот в этом и есть необходимость в образовательном агенте. Это к вопросу о том, нужны ли образовательные агенты, или мы можем обойтись миграционными агентами. David, I thank you very much.
Yeah, I think with you, I think if people are straight, if they're honest and sincere, that's what you like about
Yes,
people.
I do.
Right, and that's the way you behave towards people.
I don't like when people try to stab me from behind. I break their hands always. I'm eye for eye person.
So this is why I always see you sitting around with students talking.
Yeah.
And you always look happy. They always look happy to talk to you. So congratulations, you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you, David.